Today is March 29th. This is week whatever. I don't know. Haven't been keeping up with my updates as much as I want, but it's actually Friday morning, so it's the beginning of the week. Just had our first inspection. That was a lintel inspection for the windows. Everything went very well. Inspector was a nice guy. It was good to pick his brain. And so I've just spent most of this morning trying to get everything cleaned up in here. I took out the carpet. I'm going to leave the pad in for now just so that I can use it as, I don't know, more or less a tarp, because we still have to pour the downcells for the windows. So I came in and the header is poured in the house, which is great for us, so I don't have to do a lintel, which just meant I had to epoxy rebar in both the header and down into the slab. This downcell will get filled right up with concrete, which is great. And then I'll put some pressure treated 2x4s on there, and I'll be able to, and the sills. And then I'll be able to have my window bucking inspection and then install the windows, which is fantastic. That's kind of where I'm putting most of my energy now. I'm done with all the framing. However, I can't have my framing inspection. I have to have all my mechanicals done, so all the rough and plumbing has to get inspected, all the rough and electrical, and actually the rough and plumbing for the drains have to get done before you can do your framing inspection. I guess other people would normally have to have a vent stack change and all that kind of stuff, but we don't. I've also gotten an opinion, or so be it, from a professional plumber on what I should do about this issue, being that the pipes remain 2-inch for a long ways. And so what we've basically come down to is we're going to take a drain from that spot there, tie into the old shower, no issue, more or less bog standard. And then as far as the toilet is concerned, we'll jackhammer all this up and take the drain for the toilet 4-inch, do 245s and pick up wherever that drain goes for the toilet. And so we'll have basically a U shape, but because this house has 4-inch pipe and I can make that a pretty big sweeping bend, I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. I've also done some work on just roughly laying out how I want to have the plumbing go for the vanity and things like that. I think outside of working on the windows, the next big thing is to get that window blocked up. It's kind of in a spot where we would need some electrical for our vanity lights, and that's preventing me from running my rough electrical. And if I can't do my rough electrical, I really can't move on. So those are kind of where the priorities lay right now. It was nice to have the inspector in the house, and he seemed very confident that everything I was doing is okay, and that everything he's seen so far would pass the inspection, other than a couple of small things that you would expect. I haven't used spray foam in any of the holes for the electrical or anything like that, which would be required for the framing inspection, because I'd like to do that all at once, because I hate great stuff. I don't know why it has that name. And I only want to use it when I have to, which will be in the framing, just like I talked about, and then I'll have to seal up the windows that way too. I asked him about the insulation inspection that we have to have, which is a load of BS if you ask me, but whatever. Typically the exterior of a wall would have to be insulated. It has to either match or be better than what exists, and nothing exists. So he told me if I want, I can put up little bats over there, just on this one little section. You could buy them at Home Depot and stuff like that. But he also just said, look, I'm not going to be hard on you. If you don't want to do it, it's fine. I had to pay him for that inspection. I should have just had him sign the paperwork now, but I'm sure he's got to go through his proper sources. Has to be scheduled right and all that kind of stuff. So it's all good. I'm happy to have the carpet out, because it really, really brought the dust down in here. You used to walk in and it was like, man, you could feel the dust. Just taking out these sections of carpet has really, really helped. And then I'll just create more when I do the slab work, but things are going well. Can't complain too much.